1.5 is still the line, Mass.
Yep, 1.5. It's basically an even game. It's actually Lions are. You can consider them a favorite because what Vegas does is the home team is automatically a 3-point favorite.
Yeah, 3, right?
Yeah. So the only thing I don't like about this game is the Chiefs are coming off a loss. Had they beaten Jacksonville, I would have been a lot more confident. Yeah. I'm still very confident. Lions should handle business and take care of the Chiefs.
Good news on Terry and Arnold. No other way to say that. Good news on Terry and Arnold. It doesn't appear after a second opinion, it does not appear that it is as serious as first thought. And I know there is no Lion more hotly debated and contested than Terry and Arnold. I would hope you would all agree with me that I would rather have him than some guy off the street. Can we at least agree on that or no?
He had a terrific game.
Some people wouldn't agree with you, Sean.
We just heard Brian Baldinger yesterday break down his tape from Sunday, saying he had a very good game. You heard Dan Campbell saying, I thought Terry had his best game on Sunday.
People think he was getting benched anyway, so him being off the team.
And the kid's playing at 50 to 75% health. Give him a break.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. You see this happen sometimes. Guys get, sometimes put on a practice squad to kind of stash them away for the right time. And a lot of times people go and rah, 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 over the practice squad. The Lions tried to do that to Saints cornerback Michael Davis, but the Saints said, and they activated him. Yeah, so there you go.
They pulled him up.
Shout out.
So we'll see who they sign, because Tuesday is the day where they sign guys. They have them in for tryouts. We'll see. Today you'll probably see 1 or 2 guys that they plucked off waivers or signed as free agents.
Do you think we need to make a move at that spot? Because they saying TA might only be a month now that we might be without him. Do you think that's a long enough time to where you might consider making a move at that spot?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. At least, how about at least for depth purposes?
Yeah.
At least for depth. Maybe it's a guy that never sees the field. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense.
I don't know. I would think.
That's more in the Lions' track record,
right,
as opposed to a big name,
right,
or a free agent that's a veteran. They probably go get a depth piece and call it a day.
We all are guilty, every one of us, of talking about Brad making a move for a big name. That's just not his MO, right?
Yeah.
It's not his. That doesn't mean that it won't happen, but we're all enamored. Okay, Brad, you got to make that big bold. He likes his guys.
He does.
And so far it's worked out. So far it's worked out, but we're all enamored, especially at trade deadline. Oh, you got to get in here. Oh, you got to get in there. Oh, you got to get in there. He likes his guys, and he's gonna roll with his guys. That's just the way he does it, That doesn't mean that you aren't going to add guys in a supporting role, right? That doesn't, obviously, but in terms of making that big, bold move, that's just, it's not in his DNA, Dan Campbell talking about the Chiefs, of course, Sunday Night Football. There's still something about being in prime time. I don't care what anybody says. Here's DC on the Chiefs.
We know what's coming down the road here, and the first one here is Kansas City. And what Kansas City does well is they win. They freaking win. That's what they do, man. They find ways to win, and they'll exploit you when you make mistakes. They'll capitalize on them. So we got to be on point and clean some of these things up. So we got a chance to go in there and compete against these guys.
Thank you, Brad Galley. Appreciate you as always.
Absolutely.
They're still the Chiefs. I've watched them this year, and there have been more moments and you could shake a stick at with the Chiefs, but they're still the Chiefs, and that's still a very difficult, arguably one of the most difficult places to play in the National Football League, man.
No doubt, man. Arrowhead, they're going to be very hungry, and they're going to be desperate. I mean, the AFC West is still there for anybody. I mean, you got the Broncos, who right now the Broncos are in first place. Then you got the Chiefs and Chargers basically chasing each other. Chargers are banged up. It's a 3-team race. Raiders, of course, pulling up the rear. But that's a very winnable division for them still. And you don't want the Chiefs to get rolling. Just when we thought they were getting rolling, they trounced the Ravens. And then last week, they get up 14-0 on Jacksonville on Monday Night Football. But Jacksonville caught them, man. And their defense and special teams won them that game. Trevor Lawrence was gallant at the end. And that's how they won that game. Chiefs are going to be very hungry. Plus, they remember. They take numbers too, Sean.
Oh, yeah.
Like we take numbers. They look back. We beat them. We beat their ass on ring night when they got their championship rings. Brian Branch's coming out party. We all remember that. They're not going to forget that.
They have scored 65 points the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think the first 3 weeks they scored a total of 60.
Yep.
So the offense looks a little better. It's not.
They still got Mahomes.
He's still phenomenal.
Yep.
I know that there's been a pushback on him.
He can only throw to whoever he's got there.
He
doesn't have a ton of talent.
You guys, I'm not being funny. Like look at what. As I was watching
Hollywood Brown?
As I was watching it last night, seriously, you guys, name his weapons. Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, right?
A banged up Travis Kelce, who's basically just rolling himself in.
Travis Kelce is checked out. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah,
he's got other things to worry about and concerned about that I think he's checked out.
Going through the motion.
Don't say that because he could come back and haunt you.
No, in the playoffs maybe, but not in the regular season.
He looks, you know what, a lot of times, what's the old saying? If a dude has 1 foot out the door, he really has 2 feet out the door.
Yeah.
He
does look like that.
That. I mean, he knew, and I think professional athletes know in general when it's time. I think he knew definitively it was time last year, but he said, you know what? Yeah, one more ride. That season didn't end the way I wanted it to win. One more ride and everything.
Their old line's banged up.
That's been such a part of their success for so long, too.
Didn't the Bears grab their best guy?
Yeah.
But that's why I think the Lions are a bad matchup. If your season is on the line, you do not want to see the Detroit Lions rolling into your stadium.
You don't.
No, I'm telling you.
You don't want to see them anyway, Kenny.
I really feel like the Lions are a bad matchup for the Chiefs in terms of how we win in the trenches, how we can wear a team down over the course of a whole ball game. I think the Lions have as good a shot as anybody. And I kept hearing the same stuff about Lamar and the Ravens, and you saw how that played out. So until further notice, I think the Lions will go in the Arrowhead, and they will win this game.
Thank God this is the last of the 3-game AFC gauntlet that we have to go through.
Whatever will we do?
All right,
no
more AFC for a while, please.
Whatever
you got
will we
Tampa
do?
Bay sitting at the end of it. So
that's fine.
To me, that's the most challenging game.
Amen.
I fear Tampa Bay way more than I fear the Chiefs.
I'm with you. And they beat us here last year. Let's not forget they beat us here last year.
We beat us.
Do you know what's great?
That's a fact too.
Do you know what's great? Has anybody in the chat even whispered this or murmured this about the coordinators? Have you heard? Have you heard anything about that in weeks?
No.
Recently.
Think about how that was the biggest topic of conversation for months. And it just gone. Disappeared. Absolutely disappeared. Part of the reason it disappeared is the work that these new coordinators are doing. I don't want to take anything away from them, just like I don't want to take anything away from Aaron Glenn and he whose name I do not mention. Mm-hmm. But do you know what the majority reason why this has worked out? We have superior talent. Do you think my message is going to change? When I was trying to talk people off the ledge a couple months ago, I talked about the superior talent. Well, I'm not going to sit here and now say that Maz reinvented the wheel. I'm not going to sit here and say that KG, what he's doing defensively is like 2029 stuff, right? No.
Well, Sean, I want my credit too.
I can give you your credit.
Okay,
he's doing a good job. You're doing a good job, okay?
Thank you.
But superior talent does the good job. And I'm sorry. I said it once. I'll say it 1,000 times. Players make plays. Players make plays.
The Lions are the most talented team in the NFL, top to bottom.
Pretty hard to argue that, man. I'm so serious. Pretty hard to argue that.
I wouldn't say it unless I mean it.
Listen, and again, I'm not dismissing coordinators. I'm not, okay? Because you can have talent and have a dumbass making calls, okay?
fact.
You can.
Didn't we have that back in the 90s?
Which one?
Yeah. I mean, how talented were those Barry Sanders, Herman Moore, Lomas Brown teams?
What was it? Was it 3 coordinators in 4 years? Wasn't it something silly like that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like,
So I feel sorry
what
for
are you
those guys.
doing with all that talent? What are you doing?
That's a Super Bowl team that they pissed away.
Baldy, who does a great job.
Shout
He
out.
really did. Brian Baldinger is tremendous. I'm so serious when I say this. On John Morton's play call in the Tesla touchdown.
Let's look at the Lions' final touchdown of the day. Look at the formation out here, okay? So it really gets the Bengals to go heavy and shift to this direction. Logan Wilson running out there. But then here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. Here comes Amon-Ra St. Brown and Dax Hill. The corner is following Amon-Ra. Pretty good indicator for Goff that it's going to be man coverage. And immediately he goes play action. But you see Gibbs and Amon-Ra are just purely cheese, all right? And the Bengals are taking the cheese because all they want is this deep cross between Jamison Williams and Tesla, and Goff throws it to the rookie, and he scores. He's got 2 touchdowns with 3 catches this year, and he's from Michigan. And I guess in Michigan they make a lot of snow angels because that's what he's doing right here. But when you watch the whole thing, the whole operation, Goff is the general. Like, he makes the decisions. He gets everybody lined up. He makes sure everybody's in the right place. All right, get the feet set, and he could go either way here, to either corner, Williams or Tesla, and he throws it to the rookie. Good hands, catches everything, had a great preseason, gets a second touchdown catch. That's the 21st touchdown for the Lions in 5 games. Do the math.
Math.
My godson out there.
By the way,
he's
I'm
making
convinced
plays,
if
baby.
you open Amon-Ra was open,
Yeah.
J-Mo was open.
Gibbs
Right.
out of the backfield.
It really was have it your way. What do you
Yeah.
want today? I got a value meal for you if you want.
Right.
Don't you love how they started with the 3 wideouts and then everyone's moving?
Yeah.
I mean, forget it. Outstanding. They're
I
fun to
know-
watch, man.
I know checking at the line ain't a skill, but I swear, like, Jared Goff kind of reminds me of Peyton Manning in that aspect. The way he's just able to manipulate defenses, the way he can see coverages and just be able to pick them apart, it's beautiful to see. It really is.
Do you know
Work
he's
of
been a
art.
Lion longer than he's been a Ram now?
Yeah.
That's his 70th game as a Lion. 69 of them back with the Rams.
If he were to make the Hall of Fame, he's going in as a Lion.
No doubt.
Like, flat out at this point.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
At this point.
No
No doubt.
No doubt about it.
Keep winning, Jared.
No doubt about it. All right, I'm going to try to get back on track. It's going to be an uphill climb all morning that isn't going to be achieved, but I'm saying that just trying to make my buddy JB feel better.
I got some power rankings for you.
Yeah, I
Oh,
love
yeah.
power rankings. They mean so much.
They do. This
I love
week they
looking
do.
at 'em. I love looking at them.
Yeah.
They don't mean a damn thing. It's just like the schedule game. I know it's dumb,
Can
but
we
I
play that
it.
again?
You want to play the schedule
I
game
do.
again? I'll play the schedule
do.
game. You don't have to twist my arm. JB, where are we going?
We got to hear from BlackRock and then Sharon's Heating and Air. But first, let me clear up these super chats. Shout out to everyone sending them in. Where we at? Ryan's Reaction sending in $2. Chiefs are the least worried I've been all year. It's a factual statement.
Yeah.
And we got another $5 from Byrne. He sends in. So the Bucks are out of our division rival now, right? Every single matchup has just had a different electricity in it than the other games.
You can make that argument.
Yeah. Oh, I think so.
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's absolutely fair. You know, it's I don't know. I said it last year when they came here, and I want to be crystal clear. I didn't think they'd come in and beat us. I thought we slept on Tampa last year, and all I'm saying right now is let's not make the same mistake this year.
Yeah.
Let's
Flat
take care of
out.
business. You're at home at Ford Field. Go beat them.
I don't
You're better
think they
than
will,
them.
though.
No, I don't think
Different
they will.
coordinators, different situation. You know?
Oh, no. Are we playing the coordinator
You're
game
right,
again?
you're right.
Playing the coordinator game again. And one more that just came in from Mike Willett. He sends in $5. He says, Sean, any preview or thoughts on CCHA and the Big Ten hockey for this season?
I am really intrigued. I mean, obviously Penn State's got the guy who's going to go undoubtedly number one in the draft next year. Michigan has a crap load of talent They have a crap load of talent.
They need to bounce back.
And Michigan State, I'm biased. You guys know that. I'm
One of the best in the country.
But you know what? It's time to prove that in the important time.
Mm-hmm.
They put together 2 incredible regular seasons. They were number 1 a vast majority of last season, and then promptly in a game I was at down in Toledo, kind of crapped the bed. And I think Coach Nightingale would be the first guy to say that to you. So I'm really intrigued at the Big Ten this year. I'm really intrigued at the Big Ten, and I think those are 3 teams to desperately keep an eye on, no doubt. The thing is, we always talk about NIL, right? We always talk about NIL in college. That stuff is going on all over, and in college hockey in particular. Terry Pagula, who owns the Bills and the Sabres, is a big Penn State guy, and he's pouring money into Penn State. They play in an arena that's named after him. Quite frankly, the only reason they got Gavin McKenna is because of Pagula money. So I'm going to be really intrigued to see how it plays itself out. But you're asking me off the top of my head. Those are the 3 biggest stories in the Big Ten, undoubtedly.
But is Western Michigan still a factor?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it starts with your coach.
Yep.
It does.
Love that guy.
It really does. It really does. Pat did a fantastic job, and he's another one of those guys. People are probably saying, why didn't he get an opportunity earlier?
He'll be in the NHL.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah. Boy, you say that about a lot. I'm still waiting for my guy, Mike Vellucci. He's a top assistant in Chicago, but that's a guy that probably should have had an NHL job 10 years ago, if I'm being honest. But, it's tough. We have to remember there are 30-some-odd jobs,
He's suffering from the Rod Marinelli-itis.
Yeah.
Remember how long he was a coordinator before they brought him up?
Should have kept his ass down.
Great
there.
move. My pick is sharp.
Even Rod wasn't gonna fix that mess though.
He tried so hard.
He
tried so hard, and he would always. Do you remember what he'd always say? He'd say, "They're not going to break me. They're not going to break me." And then that man broke so hard at the end, it was insane.
How do you not?
He broke so hard. Whatever to you. I'll never forget. Oh my gosh! Do you remember when he turned into a 10-year-old?
He started lashing out.
Whatever to you.
You're right.
Oh gosh.